Hello artists, welcome back to Art with FunXcies. So in today's video, I'm gonna make this cute little drawing. You can even make this if you have very little time. Let's get started. So now let's start with the canvas first. So over here I've opened Procreate application on my iPad and I've taken the screen size canvas over here. As you can see, this is the size, and now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take a textured canvas for my painting. So over here I'm adding a photo, and these are the 4 photos which I picked from Pinterest. You can go and take yours as well, and then I'm just gonna fill it to the canvas, so you can just adjust it according to what you want and what you like. So this is what I need right now. I just want this texture to cover my whole canvas. Once that is done, this is what I get on layer 1. And now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna take this layer and multiply it like this way. Now once that is done, I'm gonna take another layer below the canvas layer, and like that we'll start with our drawing. So first of all, as you can see, I have this plain canvas. I'm gonna select some brushes over here. So I'm going with Airbrush first, and over here I'm taking this medium airbrush. Now I'll just increase the size to the maximum level, which is 100, and then I'm gonna start making the background. So I've taken this pretty pink color and I'm gonna make this halfway through the canvas. Once that is done, now I'm gonna take a beautiful blue color as well and just gonna fill it to the remaining canvas like so. And once that is done, I'm gonna take a darker blue shade over here, and then I'm just gonna put it like way in this side part, and this is how I'm gonna do. And once that is done, I'm also gonna put some white color over here, and then I'm just Gaussian blur, and I'll just select that, and I'll just Gaussian blur my background till the maximum level, which I want is 73%. And once that is done, this is how it looks. And my canvas and my background, both are ready. Now I'll just take a layer in between these 2 layers, and now I'll start drawing. So first of all, I'm switching my brush and I'm taking Monoline brush over here. Then I'm selecting this beautiful bright yellow color and I'm gonna start making this star. Now as you can see, I'm just adjusting the corners of it and making it more slightly beautiful. Now I'm just selecting this charcoal block pen and I'm gonna start coloring it over here. So this will give me a nice texture to my painting, and that's what I want. So I'll just cover this entire star using this brush. So now once this is done, I'm gonna duplicate this layer thrice because we need 3 different kinds of stars over here. So I'll just duplicate it thrice, and then I'll take the layer 3 and just move it around using the move tool, and I'll take this back of this middle star and I'm just gonna make it a little smaller and do the same with the other one as well, and this way I get 3 of the stars on each of the different layers. Now I'll just alpha log both of them. Once that is done, now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna change the color of my stars. So I'm switching back to charcoal block pen, and I'm gonna take this beautiful green color and color the left side of the star, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the right side of the star but with pink color. Now this is what it looks like, and I'm also gonna add some shading over here using the same brush and just switching to a darker shade of pink. And once that is done, I'm gonna select the move tool and just give them a little more adjustment because that was not looking very good. So once that is done, again I'll switch back to shading my stars over here. So once I finish doing with the pink, I'll switch on to the green, and then we'll finally move on to the yellow one as well. Now I'll also add some white highlights to the corners, and then I'll switch on to the yellow one as well. Now once that is done, as you can see, all of these layers are of the stars. Now what I'll do is that, just to be more clear, I'll just merge all of them together, and then I'll just start making the shadow underneath them. So I'm using a black color, and then I'll just use my move tool and adjust the shadows, and just I'll have to make sure that it fits right under the stars. Once that is done, I'll use the freeform tool and just make it little thinner. And once that is done, this is my shadow layer, and I'm gonna adjust the opacity over here of this layer, and which is at 74%. Once that is done, I'll also add a little Gaussian blur, and once that is done, as you can see, I'm taking the layer just above the background layer, and now I'm gonna make this kind of design over here using a yellow color. And then I'll just color it, and guys, make sure you select a monoline brush for a clear and more effective look. Once that is done, I'll just color it throughout. And now I'm just using the move tool, and I'll just move this a little bit using the freeform. And once that is done, I'll start highlighting it, making it as an alpha lock layer, and then highlighting it with some different colors. Once that is done, I'll also add some Gaussian blur and then merge the layers. Once that is done, I'm taking a layer on top of the stars, and then I'm gonna start making the eyes. And likewise, as you can see, I made eyes for all three of my stars, and same I'm doing with the mouth as well. After editing the arcs, I'll just color it and fill the mouth. Once that is done, I'll do it with all three of my stars, and then add some blush over here. Once that is done, this is how it looks. Now I'll take a layer on top of the background layer, and I'll start making the rainbow. And over here I've taken medium airbrush, and I'll just make a rainbow out of it. Then I'll take the yellow color and make the rainbow line just below the red one, and then the blue one as well, then the purple, and so on. I just go on with adding some colors. Once that is done, I'll add a darker color on the background, and then I'll just Gaussian blur this, and I'll just do it till the 7%, and then I'll just select a luminescence brush, and I'll go for the light pen. Once that is done, I'll take this yellow color, and I'll start making some stars over here which will glow because of the light pen I'm using. And then I'll take the layer on top of it, and I'll start making the stars. Now as you all can see, after all the stars get completed, this is how my painting turned out to be, guys.